I trained them on on hygiene, how they will collect their milk. They wash the odor of the cow. After that, they will wash their hand, wash the buckets they use to milk. After that, they will not boil the milk direct to the pot. Indirect heating. I taught them about indirect heating and how they will incubate the milk.
Dairy is at the heart of the pastoralist economy. Pastoralists make up for 90% of the raw milk that is produced in Nigeria. Yet, the production of milk is fraught with numerous challenges, chief of which is the processing and storage of raw milk. Extending the shelf life of milk is key to extending the income potential of the pastoralist household. Traditional processing and pasteurization processes lead to significant loss in volume of milk.
For income, let's even take one household example. A household that has maybe about 6 or 7 lactating animals, milking animals, okay, every day, okay? Initially, that household was just making about 6 liters of milk from that cow every day. With the improvement, that household, there's an increment of now 3 liters, from 6 liters to 18. So there's an additionality of how much? There's an additionality of about 12 liters. Okay? Apart from that again, now that 12 liters additionality, even when they go to process it to do their no-no, they lose 20% from it. So you can see another additionality in that part. Again, when they convert that into no-no, the shelf life is 1 day. By the next day, it spoils. But with the improvement in milk hygiene and pasteurization and cottage yogurt production, the shelf life is extended for 2 days and they sell.
The Business Innovation Facility has provided training to pastoralists in milk hygiene and proper pasteurization. The training has helped pastoralists save about 20% of milk formerly lost using traditional pasteurization practices. After the milk is pasteurized, it is processed into Nunu and sold in the local market. In the absence of cold chain facilities to preserve the milk, unsold milk is often given away or discarded. This significantly reduces the amount of income pastoralist households can make from milk.
Before training, we are doing sour milk, not yogurt. We are heating the milk directly inside the pot, and it is reduced 10 liter to 9.5 liter. Half liter will reduce. Then after we make the milk to the sour milk, after 1 to 2 days, it is spoiling.
They saw what we did. They were savings. Initially, they were boiling the milk directly on a pot if they are doing their no-no or kindirmu. But they now found out that indirect pasteurization, because what we do is you put hot water with water and then put a metal bucket with the milk inside. They noticed that there was no spillage and there was proper pasteurization. There was no smoke. And when we computed it, there was a savings of about 20%. So it was an accidental finding. So we now smartly came up with an intervention, just milk hygiene and pasteurization.
Business Innovation Facility has supported the Ladoga Pastoralist Cooperative in setting up a local milk processing facility. The facility benefits the community as a whole by reducing wastage and providing local milk producers a guaranteed off-taker for their milk.
We came up with a concept, I think he said disruptive innovation. That was the word he used. The normal norms, how do you disrupt it? By bringing in new innovation. And that is why the aspect of the rural milk processing came in. We now said, look, what do we do for the rural community to benefit in the entire daily value chain of production, processing, and marketing? Initially, the pastoralists were just restricted to just production of the milk. Processors now come and offtake the milk and go and do value addition, make money, and sell this end product to these people. Unknowingly to them, they are the major producers of the raw materials. So the country director said, look, we need to come up with a model so that the entire value chain of milk will be domiciled in that rural community, so that they will benefit in the rural economy. And that is how they came. And as usual, it's not been done anywhere in the country. So who will be the guinea fowl? Beef now said, look, since it's never done before, what is obtainable in most of the pastoralist communities is milk collection centers. So we now introduce that, and beef now said, okay, we'll be the guinea fowl. And we tried the concept, and before you know it, it has generated a buzz. We've not even finished everything. With the little training we've installed the equipment, the pastoralists are now running it on their own. So what are we saying? In interventions, when you carry these people along, they see the financial benefit. I know when we get disturbed is sustainability. When you pull out projects, dies. This one, we've not even commissioned it. We've not even put the look. They are already running it on their own, and they are making money. So any intervention that the pastoralist or the beneficiary sees income coming in on its own, you don't need to bother yourself about sustainability. That thing will drive itself on autopilot.
Pastoralist households milk their cows and deliver the milk to a milk collection point designated by the cooperative. At each milk collection point, the quality is checked for suitability by inserting a lactometer to ensure that the raw milk has not been tampered with or diluted with water. The milk is measured, and the amount deposited by each pastoralist household is recorded. Payments are made according to amount of milk deposited. 1 liter of milk is purchased for 100 naira. An average of 3 to 5 liters of milk is deposited by each pastoralist household participating in the scheme per day. There are at least 53 households currently involved in the milk collection scheme. After the milk is aggregated at each point, milk collection boys with stainless steel urns transport the milk to the processing facility. They are paid a commission based on the amount of milk collected. The raw milk is pasteurized at the facility and converted to yogurt.
And in the rural milk processing, they are making much more, because rural milk processing, the shelf life is extended for over a week of the yogurt. And they are selling it at about, for now, I think it's about 350 naira. They are selling it. But the advantage of rural milk processing is they are producing in volumes. And yogurt is a volume-driven business.
The milk processing plant has provided employment to residents of the grazing reserve, especially women who have been previously trained in milk handling and hygiene.
Unfortunately, we have now a lot of youth here, and there is lack of employment. But by the introductions of this company, many of our youth had get what they are doing, because someone will one day you will come out not doing anything, but by now if you come to the company, you will take your yogurt, go inside the market and sell it, and then you will get your own money without depending on anyone.
To set up the plant, BIF connected the cooperative with an investor who provided 50% of the startup capital, which would be repaid by the cooperative over a period not exceeding 2 years of its operation. BIF provided the remaining 50% as a grant, while the cooperative would cover the running costs of the processing plant.
Mu ne waɗanda aka koya mana yadda ake sarrafa madara da tsaftansa, sai mu ma muka je muka koya ma wasu yadda ake sarrafa madara da tsafta. Sai aka bude kamfani na Wule Yogurt, kuma mun fara muna aiki a gurin, an ɗauke mu muna aiki a gurin. Mu mun kai mutane 10, yanzu ne aka fara, kuma kasuwa yana ci gaba. Muna gyara madaranmu da kyau, muna kai kasuwa ana saya.
Yes, also I'm doing for keeping records for the all sales that go out, everything go out. We will keep it in records in the computer.
That association that now came up with the since they were doing the cottage yogurt production, and they now noticed that if we scale this up, we're going to make more money. Okay, we've now told them, look, it's possible to scale it up, but you need more modern equipment, and this more modern equipment comes with money. And we gave them a total package of about, the equipment was about 7.9 million, everything with the bus, everything end to end, and said, look, if you are willing to go with this, we are too. Though it's like a pilot, will you be willing? Because they say yes, because they've seen the benefit in the cottage yogurt production they were producing. And they said on their own, we'll pay 50%, which is about 3-point-something million within 15 months. So we came up with a cash flow, which we discussed with them. This is how much you'll be paying. They accepted and agreed that yes, they would do it.
The yogurt branded Wule Yogurt by the cooperative has been widely received by members of the community and sells out very quickly. The yogurt is sold throughout Ladoga on bicycle by boys who work for the cooperative and earn a commission on sales.
When we get the more milk, then they be thinking to bring how we process that milk. So then they train us, they train women and some boys how to make milk, yogurt. So that yogurt, then we selected name to our cooperative. Let us call this yogurt Wule Yogurt, because it is our real Fulani cow, no be foraging cows. Foraging got Wule Yogurt.
The model is so good because they collect milk from their members at 120. I think the bicycle people, the motorbikes people transport it for 15 or 20 naira. So it comes to the factory at about 145 or 150, and they produce and sell it. So the members are willing to give that thing on credit. Okay, once they produce, they sell, they now pay the one for. So you can see how they used their own financial engineering wisdom, you know, to start without the working capital.
Converting the milk collected into yogurt has extended the shelf life of the milk for an additional 5 days without refrigeration.
So we are very, very happy to working with the beef, because they educated us seriously. Before they come, we don't know this type of form. Let me show you this type of form, this type of forms. Because anything we picture it and send it to worship to them. So now mainly you have this type of form because of the beef. Because anytime they ask us to write the document and send to them, unless we go to Kachia to email. Before, I use this one to picture, to send it to Facebook, to WhatsApp, and the rest.